Okay, hi Amber. I've got your presentation up here, and I just want to say, let's go through the presentation. I just want to say I'll be making comments as if they were, as if this was a final presentation in itself, so that you can address some of the things that I would consider to be issues at this point. Okay, so you have your final project, create your comprehensives. You go from there to your trade show table, but we don't have the transition here from there's no title page. Well, there's a title page here, but it's not telling us what the assignment is. In other words, I want you to think about this. Anytime in design you have a presentation, assume that your viewer has no clue what you're presenting. So really try to be as thorough. It forces you to be as thorough as you possibly can with your presentations. So I think that as your viewer opens this and they go to page one, they're kind of at immediate disadvantage because we're not sure what's going on. Okay, in your opening page, you have not given us a thesis per se. You haven't given us your idea, your concept, what's going on. Okay, all you've done is given us the logo, the Rainforest logo, and the fact that this is your final project comps. Okay, so we go to our trade show table, and the first thing I want to mention is that the project specifically requires a trade show booth, not a tablecloth. Okay, so this is really off the mark here. And I also think that you haven't talked about sustainability at all. So in other words, you have to give us a materials list of all the materials in your trade show booth. Give us a little life cycle analysis on that, like we did a couple of weeks ago in our product life cycle analysis that we completed. I believe that was in week 2. And the materials list is really pointing to sustainability, which will show, it will determine the success ultimately of the project. Right now, I think you're just approaching this as if it's a design project. You're just doing this trade show for the Rainforest Alliance, okay? And here's their tablecloth, and they give away a glass, and they have a flyer, okay? But that's not what this project is. This project is sustainable, meaning that top to bottom, you have to show that this project, everything, all your materials, your tablecloth, your giveaway, your flyer, all have the smallest carbon footprint possible, and you do so by giving us some research as to the materials list, its origin, and ultimately its destination. Okay, that's critical. That needs to be addressed sooner than later. Okay, your giveaway this is something that, okay, I'm not real sure it's a good idea to give away a glass at a trade show. I know it's not. Number one, it probably wouldn't be allowed because they're going to end up broken all over the parking lots and the trade show floor and the bathrooms and everything else. Secondly, you have not addressed sustainability, not 1 ounce in this piece. Okay, same thing with this piece. So if this is a flyer, I don't understand. Is this a flyer, or I just don't understand what I'm looking at here. So here's your materials list. So finally here on page 6 out of 6, you're finally saying, okay, you're using recyclable materials, all right? So what I'm saying is this, is that instead of saying water resistant, 100% recyclable polypropylene, is there such a thing? I don't think so. Polypropylene is a polymer. It's a carbon. It's a petroleum product. Very, very, very toxic to produce, to incinerate, etc. Okay, you might want to reconsider that that recyclable polypropylene. Why not use cotton? Information collateral, recycled paper. Give me some research on that. What kind of paper are you using? What company? What percentage of post-consumer goods is it? What's the carbon footprint? Give us the sustainability of that paper. Give us the life cycle analysis. That's a great way to start analyzing sustainability. 3D giveaway, your pint glass. But it's just not going to work. It's just not going to work giving away a glass at a trade show. It's going to really, it'll be, first of all, I don't think the trade show would be able to get insurance if there was being glass given away. And that's just a fact. I mean, that's just a fact of the whole idea of giving something breakable away at a trade show. Transportation of raw material and cullet. I don't know what cullet means, to the manufacturing facility. Transportation of finished containers to the end user. See, it's just not telling us anything. You really got to get down and get some research into this, okay? Really super, super important at this point. If you have any questions, get with me. I'll be able to see if I can explain it further, or if you need a Skype or something like that we can really get this set in. But really missing a huge portion of the assignment in terms of sustainability. Okay, thanks, Amber.